All right. What's going on, everybody? What is going on? Welcome back to Let's Talk Live here on the LTL Media Channel. We're going to go through CopTuah Part 2 today, and I noticed something that we're going to talk about, a pattern in Sergeant Brian Fahey's how can I say this? A pattern in his behavior that I don't think anybody caught onto yet, but we're going to point it out and go through that tonight. Again, I want to welcome everybody. I can't see shit, as you can see, on my glasses. I left my glasses at work. I can't read nothing. Can't see anything, can't read anything. So the chat's going to be a little hard to read tonight. So I'm going to resort to not reading tonight. And we're going to go through a couple of these videos and talk about the patterns that I've seen in Sergeant Brian Fahey's behavior. The old CopTuah. But let's do this. I don't want to wait too much longer. I'm going to bring my legal friend and legal analyst, Adam Teper from Teper Legal. What's going on, Adam? How are you, man?
I'm good, Brian. Just another day in the life. How are you?
Just another day in the life of a lawyer, right?
Yes. Lots of stress, lots of head shaking. Sometimes you got to question what is wrong with people.
I say that every day that I wake up. I'm going to tell you, one of the things that absolutely drives me nuts is people that are not cognizant of things around them. So like I'll go somewhere and I might step into like a facility or a store or anywhere, and I'm constantly looking. Okay, there are the exits. I see a group of people over there. There's someone behind me. You know what I mean? Like I'm always self-aware of what's around me, and I hate people that have no clue that someone's either behind them or beside them. They swing their arm or they might bend over in front of you. And I'm like, really? You can't sense that I'm not there? It's just that people don't pay attention to anything anymore.
No, I see this like not just with regular people, and I'm with you. Like no matter where I am, I always know who's around me, what everyone's doing. Maybe it's the school teacher in me, but I also like listen to everybody's conversations. I know what everybody around me is talking about. So like if somebody ever did plan to do something stupid around me, I at least know it's coming.
Right.
But people lack self-awareness.
Yeah.
They're not self-aware at all. And it's
scary. It's just more scary. Like I am so self-aware considering the things that we talk about on this channel, the subject matters, the things that we go out and do, the things that we do around courthouses and go out and, might support a cause or protest. Like I'm always constantly looking around. You don't know if someone's crazy or not. I mean, for Christ's sakes, look what just happened in New York yesterday. That crazy guy that went up and shot a whole bunch of people up. And literally there were people that were reporting that as it's going on, people literally just have their headphones on. They have no idea what's going on around them. Like you've got to look around and pay attention always at all times.
That New York situation makes it even worse because the dude jumped, according to the police, the dude jumped on the wrong elevator. He was in the wrong spot. So, people not paying attention to so I have a direct view of my office door from my desk, and I have it like this on purpose. So I can always see, because if my door is open, I can actually see the main door to my suite. So I always know who enters and who exits.
Right.
Just because of, my spatial awareness, you could call me mildly like OCD with that if you want, but I always have to be, I don't ever want to be surprised by anything at all.
No, absolutely not. And, prayers to those people that had to go through that tragedy. We lost some lives. And I know that Dave Portnoy from Barstool Sports, what he's doing is like they did a fundraiser, and there was an officer, it was a New York police officer that tragically died in that exchange. And I think that they're doing something to match the money that comes in to help the family. So I think he's either going to match it or do something like that. And that's like awesome that he has the capability and the ability to do that and help out. I hope I can get to that level someday that I literally can just say, I'm going to match everybody and help out this family. So super, super tragic situation. But anyway, let's get into CopTuah. Oh, by the way, guess what I got? Got my press pass. So I'm now legitimized as a member of the press here in the state of Massachusetts. So when there's court cases, I can sit in the press pool, which is pretty badass. Pretty badass. I had a short live stream about that yesterday, so if you guys didn't catch it, yes, after about a year and 7 months of fighting, I finally got my press pass. But anyway, I digress. All right, let's get into CopTuah. And what I want to first do is go back to Sean's video, Long Island Audit, when he went out to Sergeant Brian Fahey of the Connecticut State Trooper and acted as a journalist. I wanted to ask him some questions. He had every right to do that. Walk up, knock on the door. He created space. And we're going to watch a little bit of that video because there's an assault there. I know that there's some controversy about the spitting because under Connecticut state law, spitting on someone is not actual assault. I just want people to remember that's the type of person that is policing your community. He has no shame in spitting in the mouth of a citizen. And I'm going to guarantee you that there has been most likely and allegedly this type of behavior before. Actually, we know because we're going to watch some other Sean videos, but I guarantee you he has done this to other people before, and he has either intimidated them enough because of his title and his entitlement and the badge and the gun to not have them speak up, or people were just too afraid to say anything. What do you think, Adam?
I think it's a little bit of both. Obviously we're following all sorts of cases around the country where we're seeing that thin blue line and that blue wall that protects each other. So, you're clearly seeing that bias from officers who are aware and they know what happened and they've seen it before. And you can't tell me that all of this behavior, the people he works with in his own department see it. He obviously, got in trouble and got put on a desk job. This behavior is very much aware, but I also think that, I've dealt with it in my own career, wanting people to speak up and realizing that you're not going to get what you want because people are afraid to lose their jobs. They're afraid to lose their pensions. They're afraid to be a target of retaliation. So I think it's a little bit of a mix of people protecting him. And then you have people who probably want to speak up, but don't, in fear of whatever that consequence might be.
Yeah, it's crazy. All right, let's get into this video. I want to pull this up. I know we've watched through it quite a few times here, but I want to kind of go through this again because I noticed some patterns in behavior in Sergeant Brian Fahey's actions and his attitude.
We had an undisclosed affluent location here in the state of Connecticut. Corrupticate. We are here today, as you can see, to peacefully exercise our First Amendment right to protest and resist tyranny, and also to investigate allegations of corruption that has been made against Connecticut State Trooper Sergeant Brian Fahey. As you can see behind me, Sergeant Brian Fahey is no stranger to tyranny and corruption. Let's get into it. Now, as far as the allegations being made against Sergeant Brian Fahey, I was told through an anonymous tip that he is receiving fraudulent overtime every single year. Now, that was strange to me because Sergeant Brian Fahey, as we know, is the sergeant of pistol permits in an office. How does he receive overtime to begin with? Isn't it a 9-to-5 job? So I did some investigating, and Sergeant Brian Fahey makes over $200,000 a year. Now, get this. $75,000 of that $212,000, to be exact, comes from overtime. $75,000.
Crazy.
How can this be? Does he stay late when they're closed after 5 o'clock? Does he go back on the streets to patrol? I mean, I was told by my sources that he was kicked out of patrol and he's a danger to the community. That's why they have him working in the office. But to get $75,000 in overtime every single year from a desk job, it didn't add up. And that's why I came here to Sergeant Brian Fahey's neighborhood to protest his tyranny and corruption, the lack of accountability, but also, as any good independent journalist would, to ask questions about this overtime allegation.
By the way, that LED truck is badass. Like, I want to have one of those someday.
I had to look up how much they cost and what your options were. Yeah, I'm like super impressive.
It's pretty cool. All right, here we go.
So as always, you always want to be on the lookout for any no trespass.
That was part of some of the controversy right there. Let me back up because a lot of the haters were like, well, he cut the video.
To ask questions about this overtime allegation.
Right here, I don't know if anybody can see my pointer, but right on the cusp of the lawn where it curves, there's actually a private, I think it says private way is the sign, but there's not a no trespassing sign. But ironically enough, after this happened, now there's a no trespassing sign. Oh, and by the way, a 24-hour state police detail. So your tax dollars are out there sitting on especially a private road, not even if that is a private road, they're sitting there wasting your tax dollars for what? For what? For what? Because someone might go up and ask a question and knock on someone's door and ask a question. It's insane.
So as always, you always want to be on the lookout for any no trespassing signs, restricted area signs. I don't see why there would be in this neighborhood here, but we just want to ask some questions, see what's going on with this overtime allegation. Hopefully he answers us. It says here, the Fahey's looks like we're in the right spot. Again, there aren't any no trespassing signs. We're just coming in peace to ask some questions.
So the thing that's really odd about this is that they whack him with that voyeurism malice charge, and he's actually not even recording. He's got a camera in his hand, but he's actually not even recording, which is odd.
No, and his cameraman who is recording behind him is clearly visible in the frame. Obviously, when he rings the doorbell, the Ring cam turns on. The Ring cam would be able to see him holding a camera.
Right.
And when he comes out the door, he has direct visible access to see that not only does Sean have a camera in his hand, whether he's recording or not, but his cameraman is recording. So nothing was hidden. Nothing was private about this situation right here.
Yeah, and then we're going to see him actually create space after the door knock here too. And he says into his camera, oh, I'm being recorded too. So everybody knows that they're being recorded. Now he creates
I'm currently being recorded, his Ring camera said.
Can I help you?
Hey, Sergeant Fahey, how are you?
You gotta get off my property. Posted no trespassing.
Nope, there is no posted sign. There's no problem. Do you have any, let's go. Do you have any comment on the allegations that you are,
So here's something interesting that I noticed too. And I'm going to go back. Let me go back 10 seconds.
Get off my property. Posted no trespassing.
Nope, there is no posted sign. There's no problem. Do you have any, let's go. Do you have any comment on the allegations that you...
Okay. So Fahey comes out. He says, get off my property. Okay. And then you hear Sean say, let's go. He's actually, I thought at first he was engaging him again, like, all right, let's go. Like, let's talk, let's talk. He doesn't. He actually says, let's go, which I think he's signaling his cameraman. And what do you notice? They start backing off the property because he was told to leave.
So playing devil's advocate, which
Sure.
I often have to do in my job because I like to stay one step ahead of no matter what my opposing counsel is, whether it's a district attorney or whether it's private counsel.
Right.
Right there, he hesitated. And by Fahey saying it's private property, you need to go, and him staying there and not moving and saying there's no trespassing sign, let's go. If I had to really grasp and reach, maybe that could be considered remaining on private property after being told no. But you also have to realize that under the reasonable person standard, you have to give somebody a moment to put themselves into motion. And I don't think that he could argue that he remained on the property for beyond a reasonable time. So, like, thinking about it, I'm wondering if, like, Fahey was like, I told him to get off my property and he didn't. If that little teeny piece right there is what they're trying to grasp onto. Yeah.
It's like a nanosecond.
To say that he remained on the property. But, saying no, there's no trespassing signs. By saying let's go, like, he knew what Fahey was gonna, like, he knew.
He says let's go, and they start backing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the cameraman was set. He's like, okay, let's go. And you also know that Fahey's gonna flip his shit. Like, where at this point you've had enough interactions where you're like, okay, this guy's
But
definitely
there's
gonna snap.
nothing wrong with what he did. I mean, he's
No,
a
not at all.
journalist. You can ask that question.
No, it goes back to what I said to you a couple weeks ago, that if you're going to punish him for doing that, then you need to punish every other mainstream news people that follow their targets
Happens
around
every day. TMZ.
every single day. Yeah. And as somebody who's been on TMZ and having you recorded when you don't want to be, asking questions, hey, can we get a comment? Hey, can we get this? Like, if you're gonna go after content creators and new independent media for doing that very thing, then you need to equally enforce it by going after mainstream media. Because if you're expecting that behavior from one, you should expect that behavior from all. And he wasn't doing anything outside of the norm.
No, and it doesn't, like, it's gonna even put it doesn't even put in perspective as to now what's gonna happen. I mean, he's gonna get his spit in his face. He's going to have a firearm posted and pointed at him, in threat of being pointed at him.
Yeah.
I mean, it's insane. And this is like what they're going to get him because he knocked on someone's door and asked a question. You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. All right, let's go back to the video here.
I am moving. Do you have any comment on the allegations?
Again, I am moving. Now, this is the pattern that I want people to pay attention to. This turnaround, and then Fahey's going to leave the situation and come back now and engage. So remember that. Just remember that pattern, because I'm telling you, no one noticed this. When we get to the second video, it's all going to make a hell of a lot more sense. Trust me. All right, let's play through.
Is that you are receiving... Couldn't even get the question out. Ladies and gentlemen, he was so angry. Couldn't even get the question out.
And he's turned to, I mean, you can keep playing it while I talk. Yeah. Now he's turned around and he's literally exiting the property with his back towards the house. This should have ended right here. Right here. He should have let Sean continue doing his little spiel on his show and let him continue walking. It should have ended right here. That's it.
Well,
boom.
Right. And then you have to look at it too. When Fahey comes out, he goes, "You tried to kill my family." If you're so afraid and this man is so threatening, why would you come back out and re-engage him? You have the opportunity now to literally have a house in between you and this dangerous person.
I wouldn't even get as far as you just got, Brian. If this guy threatened you and you literally thought your life was in fear, why would you go out on the front porch at all? Not go in and come back out. Like, I wouldn't even get to that point. I wouldn't even answer my door. I'd immediately call the police and be like, there's somebody on my porch that has threatened to kill me. He is posing a significant risk to me and my family.
Great point.
That's it. I wouldn't even open the door.
Great point. Great point. I mean, there it is. Excellent point. All right, here we go.
There's no trespassing signs. Let's see. Let's see if there's no trespassing signs. What a coward. He can assault me in broad daylight while receiving taxpayer money. But the minute an independent journalist comes to his home,
Jen, thank you.
And he's probably going to try and get me unlawfully arrested now. As you could see, I moved back his camera that says you are currently being recorded. Film this guy. You're crazy. What do you think I'm doing, you psycho? You have a weapon in your hand? What are you doing? What are you doing? I don't have any weapons. I'm a journalist. What do you think I'm doing, you psychopath? What do you think I'm doing?
Get off my property right now.
What do you think I'm doing?
Get off my property right now.
I'm off your property.
This is my property.
Well, do you see me not moving?
All the way to the cul-de-sac.
Calm down.
Get off my fucking property.
Get that gun out of your hand,
Get off my fucking property.
Get that gun out of your hand,
I'm a goddamn Connecticut State Trooper.
I don't care who you are.
Trespassing
I don't care who you are.
Fucking property.
I don't care who you are.
Get off my fucking property.
I don't care who you are.
Right now.
You spit in my...
And there's the spit. That guy's an animal. This guy's an animal.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, Brian. I don't think I would have had as much self-control as Sean Hall did.
Sean handled this great. I would be pissed. But when you have a man that's a psychopath that's looking for a reason to kill, unload his clip into someone, what are you gonna do? You're not gonna raise your hand to him. That guy's gonna kill you. I mean, that's
I
what you wait for.
also, you know, one of the things that I was pointing out to myself every time I rewatch this video that the general public might not catch out on is that he is visibly aware that he is being recorded from an angle, and he keeps his gun just angled
Off to the side of
behind
the
his
camera.
leg,
Yeah.
so that you can't see it on camera. So he's posing a threat, but he's making it so that he's not looking overly, you know, aggressive, even though obviously his body language, his words are aggressive. But in terms of, you know, when you think about assault and battery, it's immediate apprehension and fear of harm, fear of bodily injury. That gun gives you the element of that immediate apprehension and fear of harm. And there's not a reasonable person on this planet, myself included, that if you came at me with a firearm, that I wouldn't be like, oh crap, is this the day?
Yeah. I'm sure that thought went through his mind. And by the way, shout out to Full Court Press. He's been out there reporting on this as well with Leroy Truth and Garden State Accountability. You guys do a great job out there along with Sean. But I mean, that I mean, I'll be honest with you. If someone had I mean, I don't know, Adam. I mean, I'm a pretty tough guy, but that would fucking scare the shit. Like, I would be scared shitless. Sean didn't shake. He didn't. His voice didn't quiver through any of it. It was just like literally calling him he's calling him a psycho the entire time. I'm like, dude, his balls are like brass balls. Like, he's like, dude, you're a fucking psycho. And I'm gonna tell you, and I said this even when I first started looking at this, when Ton and Nan went through this with me. There's no camera there. I'm telling you, if there's no camera there and none of this is being recorded, Sean probably would have had a clip unloaded into him. And the ring camera footage would mysteriously disappear, just like in John O'Keefe's case. It would be the same thing. Oh, it didn't record. Oh, it's missing. Oh, I don't know where it is. Because who are you going to believe? Who are you going to believe?
Yep.
Yeah, who are you going to believe when you call 911 and there's two guys dead? Hey, look, they came to attack me. I unloaded my clip. Sorry, they would have been dead. I truly believe that they would have been dead.
Unfortunately, I think you're right that, you know, he would have set it up to make it look like he was, you know, defending himself, blah, blah, blah. If they didn't have cameras on him, and, you know, beyond the cameras saved their life too. I have to give Sean Paul, you know, even more credit for going back to you and I just saying, you know, I obviously that would rattle anybody. And it's not like you're being rattled by a stranger that you don't know what he's going to do. There's a history there, and you know he's crazy. So that adds an extra level of, oh, crap, is he really going to pull the trigger or not? Like, I can't be sure he won't. Like, because he's just that, you know, unstable.
Yeah, and I just still can't believe that Connecticut State Troopers, with the actions of Fahey, what he did, the pistol, the spit, that this guy's not even suspended. There's no press release. There's no nothing that, look, under the advisement of things that, you know, I don't know, that we saw the other day in this video, we're looking deeper into the matter. And as of right now, you know, he's on administrative leave. There's none of that. Nothing. So they justify what happened. They're justifying his actions and standing behind that, which is crazy. Absolutely crazy.
So I want to respond to Michael L. in your chat asking, so he asked, is there a law that prohibits somebody from intentionally passing a biohazard to another person? Unfortunately, the way the assault and battery laws in Connecticut are written, bodily fluids are not included in the statute between regular citizens like you or I. But for some strange reason, biofluids are included in the assault on a police officer statute. So that's where the whole ridiculous nature comes in at the end of Sean's video, where he was like, so if I spit on you because you're a cop, that's assault. But if you as a cop spit on me, it's not assault. You can get away with that. So unfortunately, the way the Connecticut law is written, right now they're saying no. unless there was actual bodily injury because of the spit. Like, so the way I interpret that, you know, as an attorney is if he actually did go to the hospital and got the saliva tested and it turns out he did have a communicable disease and he potentially exposed, you know, Sean, let's say to HIV and he had to go on meds, there's a physical injury now. You could absolutely charge him. But if the spit was sterile, according to the statute, it didn't cause harm, so you can get away with it, which is absolutely disgusting in every form or fashion. Nobody should be spitting on anybody. I don't care who you are.
It's inhumane thing to do. It's disgusting. And it just shows, again, shows his character. And I'm guarantee you, he's done stuff like this before, because you don't just do that. You know, this is something that's inside the personality, in my opinion. It's inside the personality of this guy. This is stuff that he has done to other people probably throughout his life or his career. And I go back to, you know, maybe people are just intimidated to not say anything, or they have put in formal complaints. And look, Connecticut State Police don't care. They haven't disciplined anything. We haven't heard a press release. So, you know, maybe they just brush these off when these type of complaints come in. I don't know. But anyway,
I'd be so interested to see, you know, we're never going to get the full gist of it, even if you did submit things, but I'd be really interested to see what kind of civilian complaints are in his employment file.
Yeah, be interesting. Be interesting to see. All right, let's go back to the video here. And again, I called it a clip. I apologize. It's a magazine. All right, here we go.
My property
You're
right
going
now.
to jail now.
Get
Look
off
at
my
this.
property
Look
right
at this. He's spitting my
Get off my
face.
property.
You said you're
right
going
in
to
my
jail.
face. I'm spitting as I'm talking to you.
No, you spit
Get
in
off
my
my
face.
property
You spit in
right
my face.
now.
You spit in my face.
Get off my
You're
property
going to jail
right now.
I'm going.
Get off my
I've
property
been going.
right
Since the
now.
moment you told me.
Get off
That's
my
not how criminal
property
trespass
right
works.
now.
Psycho.
Get
You're
off
a
my
psycho,
property
bro.
right
Look
now.
at the gun in his hand. This guy's
Goddamn right.
crazy.
I'm a Connecticut State
I don't
trooper.
care a shit who
You
you
are
are.
trespassing on my property.
That doesn't matter. You can't
threatened
break
to
the law.
kill me.
I didn't.
You threatened to
You
kill me
lied.
online.
Right? No, I
Get
did
off
not.
my fucking
You're a
property
liar.
right now.
You are a liar.
Right now.
Look, see the big
Get off
beautiful
my
billboard
property.
truck? It's all being recorded.
I don't care.
It's all being. I
Get
know you
off
don't
my
care
property
because you don't face any
right now.
consequences.
Get
You
off
don't
my
face any
property
consequences.
right now.
Don't
This is
spit
the
in my
biggest
face.
mistake you ever
No,
made.
no, it's not.
This
It's
is
the biggest mistake
you
you
ever made.
No,
Get
it's
off
not.
my property right now.
It's not the biggest mistake
Get
I
off
ever
my
made.
property right
It's
now.
not the biggest mistake.
Get
Biggest
off
mistake. You
my
are spit in my face.
I didn't spit in your face.
You
I
disgusting.
was spitting
You
on
dis-
you.
Yeah.
Why I'm yelling at you to get off my property right
Get
now.
off. I'm off your property. Now what? Now what? Look at the gun in his hand.
Psycho.
I have a gun in my hand.
You're not justified in yelling at me,
I don't
so that's
care.
not an excuse either.
What's that, Adam?
You're not justified in yelling at me, so that's not an excuse either.
Yeah.
Like, calm yourself.
Yeah.
You kill me
No, I
online.
did.
And again, I'm telling you, we've now seen the behavior. Oh, wow. It's been twice in this video. Twice in this video. Because look, let's just go back here for a second. And I'm talking about this re-engagement. The re-engaging is a pattern of
The
this.
biggest
I'm
mistake
gonna show
I
you
ever
the
my
made.
video
property
in a
right
second.
It's
now.
not the biggest mistake.
Get
Biggest
off
mistake. You
my
are spit in my face.
I
You
didn't spit in your face.
You
I
disgusting.
was spitting
You
on
dis-
you.
Yeah.
Why I'm yelling at you to get off my
Yeah.
property right
Get
now.
off. I'm off your property. Now what? Now
Turn
what?
around and leave.
Look at the gun in his hand.
That's right. I have a gun in my hand. I'm a goddamn Connecticut State trooper.
I don't care.
And he's now come back where he could have just turned around. He got Sean off his property. He could have turned back. He has the upper hand. He has a fucking gun in his hand. You have the upper hand, bro. Like, you have the upper hand in the situation. Like, what are you afraid of? You've just got the threat off your property. You could have just turned around and walked back up to your house. And you're going to see how quick 911 is going to be there. They're going to be there in probably less than 30 seconds when I start playing. So he could have been halfway up his driveway again. Again, this is the pattern of behavior that I've noticed in these videos. He comes back and always re-engages. He's not de-escalating.
Threatened to kill me
No, I
online.
did
So I'm
not.
protecting myself and
No,
my
I
family.
did. No, I did
Don't
not.
ever fucking come back to my house again.
No problem. I'll stand right here with my billboard truck.
You go right ahead.
Yeah.
Go right
No
ahead.
problem.
I don't
You spit
care.
in my face. You're
Don't
going to
ever
jail.
come back to
You're
my
going to jail.
fucking house
You're
again.
going to jail.
Don't ever
You're
come
going
back
to
to my
jail.
house
It's okay
again.
for you to assault people and break people's property, but I can't ask questions about
You're a
your
fucking
overtime.
liar.
About
You're a
your
fuck-
overtime,
My
$75,000
More than
for
that,
a desk job.
More than
More
that.
than that, right? More than that. I'm gotta go. What a crazy psychopath! He
What's wrong?
spit in my face.
In his mouth. He must be pissed. He's pissed.
I would be.
No, I'm an independent journalist. Get it right, buddy.
I love that too.
Get it right. I never threatened. He says I threatened to kill him.
So,
ooh, I knocked on your front door. I'll get that 911 call too, buddy.
Still
look at this
engaging.
Guy. He probably, I'm a Connecticut State Trooper. Come help me from the camera. Come help me from the guy asking me questions, please, before I shoot him. And I did. And I did.
He's still
you spit in my face and you're going to jail. And you're going to jail.
Yeah.
You're going to jail. You spit in my face and you're going to. It's all right here, buddy. Right here. It's all right here. It's all right here, buddy. Look at these guys. Look. Look.
All right, so we're going to stop it here. There's about another full 20 minutes or so to this video. If people haven't seen it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop, because this is kind of the point I want to stop here and go to the next video. But again, multiple times, Adam, where could have de-escalated in the situation. And these are things that I'm starting to see now as I watch this more. Could have de-escalated the situation, has come back and re-engaged the threat. Remember, this man threatened to kill me online. I'm so afraid. And it just all goes back to what? The original point that you made. You could have said, look, if this is a scary individual and they've threatened to kill you and they're out in your house, why not just stay inside and call 911? Look how long it took them to get there, Adam. It was less than what? 2 minutes? And they were there.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the video here, the video link here in the chat. If you want to continue to watch that and you haven't seen it, you can click on the link. All right, let's go to the second video. Again, that pattern that I picked up on of re-engaging, always coming back, re-engaging. Now, this is from a year ago. Sean went up to file a FOIA request, and Fahey was here. We'll play
July of 2021, I went to the Connecticut State Police headquarters to file a formal complaint
2021,
against America's dumbest cop,
last
Trooper Lavoy.
Thank you, sir. How you doing, Sergeant?
You videotaping me?
Now, Sean actually gets assaulted in this video, and we're going to see that assault, and nothing gets done.
Yes, I am.
Okay. I don't want to talk to you then. If you want to videotape me, then if you want to talk to me like a man, we can chat.
But what about you guys wear body cameras here? What's the difference?
I don't have a body camera.
I understand that. What can I get your name, Sergeant?
Brian Fahey.
Brian Fahey.
Yep.
So there's a serious civil rights violation going on here. So as I was explaining to your other trooper, I'm a journalist, independent journalist working on a story.
Okay.
And I was gathering content for that story at the Bradley Airport. TSA became concerned about me filming.
Okay.
A supervisor came over. The first person who was concerned called the supervisor. Supervisor said, you have every right to film. It's not an issue. I know your rights. You know your rights. Continue what you're doing. One of the troopers out of Bradley Airport, trooper.
How can I help you today with pistol permits? Can I help you today with pistol permits?
Why would I don't need help with pistol permits. I need help with the civil rights violation, as I just told you, sir.
But you can contact our internal affairs department. It's online, or there's a phone number.
You're a supervisor.
I'm a supervisor in charge of special licensing and firearms. So all these people that are online, in 529 gun dealers in the state of Connecticut, that's what we're dealing with. There's an outlet for you to make your complaint.
There's a civil rights violation.
But there's an outlet for you to make your complaint, and you can make that.
Why are you guys acting like this? I'm trying to make a serious civil rights.
What? I don't know what you. I can't help you with your complaint today. You have your outlet. You can call IA. I can get you the number, or you can go online and make.
This is the headquarters. Can't somebody just come down here and speak to me from
my
internal
our
affairs?
Internal affairs division is not here.
Where is it? So I can go there.
It's in Middletown. It's in Meriden. I'm sorry, at North Colony Road.
It's in Meriden.
Building number 11, I believe. Yes.
Meriden.
Yep.
Can you get me that address?
Sure. 294 North Colony Road.
294 North Colony Road.
Yep.
Building what again?
I think it's building 11. I'm not sure exactly. You're going to go when you come into the complex. The forensic laboratory is going to be on your left. You're going to take a right. There's an island. It's the last building on the right.
And that's where they're located.
You have your outlet to make your complaint. We give you plenty of outlets to make your complaint.
Yeah.
And we've offered them all to you. You have the paperwork, right, to make your complaint?
Yeah, they just gave me the complaint.
Okay. Yeah. You can go right ahead. Right ahead, sir.
But this is part of a thing that I'm going to fill this out, but
Fantastic.
I want to speak with somebody who can help me.
Okay, well then you can call IA, or you can go there, and if they have time to speak to you, they'll speak to you. But you have your outlet. You can go online and you can get the phone numbers.
Yeah.
You've given. We want to entertain your complaint. through the proper channels. You want to make a complaint?
Yeah, which is through internal affairs.
Yep,
It's the proper
so you can give him
channels.
that. Yep.
I will go speak to them
All right,
personally.
have a great day.
You too.
Nice talking to you.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like this part right here. This part's great. Watch, but I kind of like what Sean does here. I'm not gonna lie
As well.
but he has every right to do what he's doing.
Excuse me?
Are you all set here?
Well, yeah, there's nothing else obviously you can help me out with at this point.
So you're all set. So you're going to go to IA right now, correct?
Yeah, I'll be there.
All right.
I'm going to be going.
Okay.
I'm going to be
Why
going.
are you reading? Like, what is
So
wrong
you're
with
staying here with your cell phone on.
I thought you were busy. I thought you were a busy man.
I am busy.
So you should get to work.
I should get to work. Is that what you're telling me?
If you're busy.
Now that's assault.
Yep.
That's assault. That's fucking assault. That is assault, and it gets worse because we're gonna play it. But that straight up is assault.
There's no justification for that at all. At all.
But I love the pause because he has every right to do that though. You could stand there if you wanted for fucking 20 minutes. But that's the assault. Never discipline, nothing. Here we go.
With your cell phone on.
I thought you were busy. I thought you were a busy man.
I am busy.
So you should get to work.
You should get to work.
I should get to work. Is that what you're telling me?
If you're busy.
We're going to have a problem between you and I, definitely.
And there's a
You're gonna do an interference.
His body camera's on. His body camera's on. Stop. He has his body camera
I don't
on.
care.
Stop,
I
man.
don't care.
Step back.
Right?
Step back.
This is private property.
I'm not doing anything.
You're not going to
I will get
videotape
off.
me and
I'll
have
get
an
off of
attitude
it.
with me.
I'll get
But
off
I'm going
of
to
it.
tell you what right now,
I'll get off of it.
I'm not
Stop.
the one.
All right.
Okay? I gave you
not
the
the one.
information
I'm trying
you
to make a
needed,
complaint, that's it.
and I gave you your outlet.
I'm
Right? You were
going.
giving your
I
outlet.
said I
No,
was
you wanted to
going.
stand there and hold your cell phone in my face.
I
Is
wasn't
what
in
you
your
wanted to
face.
do. Yes,
I
you
wasn't
do.
in your
Take your
face.
cell phone and go and make your complaint. Okay?
Okay. Can I grab my
No,
cell
you stay
phone?
right here.
I'll get it for you.
All right. Where's your car at? Where's your car at?
Man?
Where's your car at?
I'm gonna go, man. I'm going.
All right, no, but where's your car?
I didn't
I'm
even know where my
asking.
car's at. You were about to arrest me, man, for real?
I had
Is your
to
body
detain
camera
you.
on?
Yeah, my body camera is on, buddy. I'm Trooper Castell, 1139.
Costello.
Yep.
Wow.
Listen, with the
You
situation
were
that
gonna
you're going,
arrest me for real?
we're going to detain you or what?
Oh, and here it comes. Here's the re-engagement, not de-escalation. Here he comes again. And this is the pattern that I want people to understand about this guy, that he never de-escalates. He always re-engages and brings the temperature of the situation up again.
Situation
Here he
what's going
comes.
on, man. You're being
Conversation's over. Go ahead. Thank you.
Look, everyone, it's Sergeant Brian Fahey in the flesh. There he is. Look at him. In the flesh. He's here.
Hi, sir. How are you?
And I want to go back to this because I think he points in his face.
His body camera's on. Stop. He has his body camera
I don't
on.
care.
Stop,
I
man.
don't care.
Step back.
Right?
Step back.
I'm gonna.
This is private property.
I'm
okay?
not doing anything.
You're not going
relax.
to
I will get
videotape
off.
me and
I'll
have
get
an
off of
attitude
it.
with me.
I'll get
But
off
I'm going
of
to
it.
tell you
Where's
what
your
right
phone?
now,
I'll
dude.
get off of it.
I'm not
Stop.
the one.
All right.
Okay? I gave you the
I was
information
trying
you
to make a
needed,
complaint. That's it.
and I gave you your outlet.
I'm
Right? You were
going.
giving your
I
outlet.
said I
no,
was
you wanted to
going.
stand there and hold your cell phone in my face.
I
is
wasn't-
what-
Oh, wait a minute. He's bumping in his chest, Adam.
Well, he's also, I mean, he's also grabbing his shirt and holding on to him.
It's assault.
And yeah, and I think at one point he said that he was holding on to his shirt to ensure that he didn't trip over the curb when they were walking.
Bullshit.
But he was holding the shirt long before that, and he was holding the shirt long after that. There's absolutely no justification for any of that. None. And the worst part is you knowingly have two different officers there who watched their own detective or sergeant escalate the situation and make it worse. And then they were going to protect him and place the blame on Sean when Sean wasn't actually doing anything.
He's backing up.
Done.
He has his hands up like this, and he goes, I'm leaving. And then we had that constant escalation by Fahey. He even started pointing his finger into his chest and said, I'm not the guy. It's crazy.
Like,
how
the
does this guy
fact
still
that-
have a job?
I don't know, because like legitimately you have camera footage that Fahey started that entire thing saying, "Are you and I going to have a problem?"
Right.
Meaning you're looking for a fight. You've just made your intentions perfectly clear. You know, in the criminal law context, we have the mens rea and the actus reus. We have the mindset that you have intent to do something, and then you have the actual action that you've done. And here, if we were to charge Fahey with crimes, you've got him openly admitting his intent, you've got him showing his mindset, and then you've got him acting on his mindset.
The physical
so you'd
part
be able
of
to
it,
satisfy,
yeah.
You'd be able to satisfy both the mens rea and the actus reus for, you know, any crime that he commits at this point. He's knowingly engaging in this sort of behavior, and it's perfectly obvious that he's seeking it out.
Yeah, and it's just crazy because you look at the flip side of this, okay? Say Sean is the one that does this in reverse and acts this way to Fahey. He would have been slammed on the ground. He would have had cuffs thrown on him. He would have been thrown in jail. He would have had to go in front of a judge. He would have had a massive load of charges thrown against him. He would have massive court dates, and he probably would be in jail for a year, you know, minimum.
Assault.
At least a year.
Oh, they would
Probably
have made
that.
sure assault on it. Yeah, I was going to say way more than a year. They would have
3 to
absolutely
5?
charged him with multiple. Yeah, probably. And multiple charges of assault on a police officer.
It's crazy.
If that was reversed, he'd be done.
It's crazy. All right, let's go up a little bit more to this video.
You wanted to do. Yes,
I
you
wasn't
do.
in your
Take your
face.
cell phone and go and make your complaint. Okay.
Okay.
Go and make your complaint.
Can I grab my
No,
cell
you stay
phone?
right here.
I'll get it for you. I'll get it.
All right.
What's
Where's your car
wrong
at?
with you
Where's your
guys,
car at?
man?
Where's your car at?
I'm gonna go, man. I'm going.
All right, no, but where's your car?
I didn't even
I'm
know where my
asking.
car's at. You were about to arrest me, man, for real?
I
Is
had
your
to
body
detain
camera
you.
on?
Yeah, my body camera is on, buddy. I'm Trooper Castell 1139.
Costello.
Yep.
Wow.
Listen, with the
You
situation
were
that
gonna
you're going,
arrest me for real?
we're going to detain you of what the situation was going on, man. You're being.
Conversation's over. Go ahead. Thank you.
Look, everyone, it's Sergeant Brian.
Why would he detain him? I don't understand. What for? What would you detain him for? He said he was leaving.
I don't know. Like,
he goes, we were going to detain
no.
you. Detain him for what?
Instigating or, you know, causing a ruckus, public disturbance. I'm sure they could come up with any number of things. But like
charge.
the whole thing from the very beginning, he walked up to the door and Fahey was like this waving because he's like, oh, this asshole's here. I'm now going to instigate. Watch me. You could see the whole, like, he said something to the female officer, and the female officer came out and was like,
Well,
we're going to have
another
issue.
interaction. That's that's an interaction after this incident.
Yep.
And he comes out again. Yeah, we'll finish this video up in a second. I just got to pause for a sponsor. Just give us about a minute and 20 seconds. We'll be right back. Need a break from modern life? We'll travel back in time to the Star Drive-In. That's East Taunton's iconic retro hotspot. Fun for the whole family. Enjoy great food, entertainment, and timeless memories. They got free community events all season long, including movies under the stars, live music and tailgating, Jeep meets classic car shows and bike nights. While you're there, indulge in over 100 flavors of soft serve, 80 flavors of Bliss and Gifford's hard ice cream, plus a rotating selection of 10 flavors of Dole Whip. The Star Drive-In is not your average fast food place. Everything is made fresh to order using quality ingredients. Fresh seafood is delivered daily and pizza dough made twice a day for maximum freshness. I love their pizza. The Star Drive-In, where food, fun, and family memories never go out of style. They're conveniently located at 205 Myrick Street in East Taunton. That's exit 16 off Route 140. Make sure to visit their website or follow them on Facebook for their latest menus and upcoming events. And hey, while you're there, say hi to Erica and her team. And if you mention LTL at the register, you'll receive 10% off your entire purchase. That's the Star Drive-In in East Taunton. It's the most iconic retro hotspot. Yes. If you are in the Massachusetts area, go check out the Star Drive-In in East Taunton, Massachusetts. And if you mention LTL at the window at the time you order, you get 10% off. Go say hi to Erica and her awesome staff. Great sponsor, great venue. It's just they have great everything over there is great. The pizza, the ice cream. They have like
I was
again
gonna say ice cream all the way.
fresh seafood. Their shakes are amazing. Their fraps are amazing. You know, go check them out and help them out. Okay, let's go back up to the video. We'll finish this one out.
Fahey in the flesh.
There he is.
There he is.
Oh, he
Look at him.
knows.
In the flesh. He's here.
Hi, sir. How are you?
Hey, how are you?
You already told me you didn't have anything here.
Oh, yeah, I just got to do some FOIA requests and things.
Some what?
A FOIA request for your body camera footage and Sergeant Brian Fahey's disciplinary record.
You can have it. Send it in writing.
Yeah.
Who's the guy behind you?
I have to conduct business here, Sergeant.
Sir, what can we do for you? Come on.
Oh, you're the sergeant of pistol departments, aren't you?
Come on.
Go ahead. Come on in, sir.
Sir,
Excuse me, sir. You have to get out of the way.
Sir, I know your inclination is wanting to assault me, Sergeant. Stop pushing me. I'm trying to get in. I'm trying to get in the building.
You have no business here.
I do have business here.
this?
Stop acting like a savage. What are you
Back up
doing?
before I arrest you.
That's how we treat the public? Adam, it's assault again.
I gotta look this up because I'm curious.
All right, I'm gonna play the video. You look it up. When you find some type of answer here, go ahead.
Well, my thing is, you know, just like a courthouse or a government building, you can't
You can go in
tell
the common area.
Yeah, it's a lobby. You can't tell me that I can't walk into a police department. It's my tax dollars that fund you. You are a public servant. If I want to come in and write down on a piece of paper my FOIA request to submit it to the dispatcher, I can do that. No different than people pro se going into a court all day long, filing complaints that, you know, a lawyer might not think it's proper because it looks like crap, but you can go in and you can file your own stuff in court all day long. It's a public building. You have a public right of access. You know, I can see if he was trying to gain access like to the back area and the secured areas, no,
Right.
You're not allowed. But to actually try to slam the door in his face and get into a tug of war with the door with a member of the public trying to enter your lobby, it's not even his job. He's knowingly choosing to engage in conduct, trying to arouse a situation because he seems to get, you know,
Angry at questions being asked of him.
It's almost like he gets excited when he gets to fight. And, you know,
Scary.
my Lord, it is, because I don't know how you pass a psych exam like that. I said in the chat a few moments ago that it's deficient self-regulation. It's literally a DSM-5 identified mental health problem, that you have no self-control, that you actually seek aggression, that you cannot walk away from aggression, that you engage and re-engage and you keep engaging. And the fact that somebody with a gun and a badge has something like that going on is actually very scary. And, you know, I actually have a family member who's a retired Connecticut state trooper.
Wow.
And we get into it quite often.
Maybe it's just what's in the water over there. I don't know.
I've always long held that carrying a gun and a badge doesn't make you something. Just because you have the position and you have a gun and a badge, it does not make you something. And it certainly does not make you above the law. It's your actions that determine who you are. And people like him give the good cops a bad name. People like him, they throw a shroud over every person who gets into that position because they want to protect and serve, because they want to do the right thing, and because they want to take care of their community. And then you've got people like him that make everybody look bad. And then it goes into that blue wall where you have good cops that are probably afraid to speak out publicly against one of their own because then they're going to be chastised and they're not able to do their job. I think I saw somebody in your chat saying that they guarantee that some of Sean's confidential tips that he's getting is probably from other police officers.
Probably.
Or
Yeah.
like look into him.
I get tips from police officers.
Yeah. No, and like, not to keep going back to it, but no different than Yannetti getting a tip from another cop telling him to look into the people at 34 Fairview. So you end up going beyond closed doors, and you're like, hey, I can't speak publicly because I am terrified of what will happen to me, but you need to know this. And I think this is one of those perfect situations because he is absolutely out of control.
I just don't know why this guy still has a job. It's crazy. All right, let's play a little bit
The
more.
security camera footage clearly shows Sergeant Brian Fahey violently take my camera from my possession, stopping it from recording. I want you all to take a moment and think about what would happen if one of us did this to a law enforcement
very
officer.
True.
Back up.
Take my phone again. I have other
Back up before I arrest you. Back
Her
up.
body camera's on.
That's fine. Get away
like
from
to
the
do
door.
things in
You
front of
don't need to
people's
block
body
the door. Don't block the door.
No one's scared of you,
Don't.
Sergeant.
I didn't say you were. Don't
I'm not
block
scared
the
of
door.
in his face.
Don't block
I'm not
the
scared
door.
of you.
Don't
Sir.
block
I'm not
the
scared of
door.
you.
Just
Don't
back up.
block the door. Don't block the door.
Yeah, I'm not scared of you.
Don't block the
Do
door.
what you got to do.
Don't block the door.
Do what you got to do. 'Cause
Huh?
I'm not scared of you, Sergeant. I'm allowed to come into this building.
Correct.
Unbelievable.
Thank you.
So let's take a look at
I mean,
Sergeant.
how do you? I mean, I just like. I'm sitting here looking at this, and you look at the guy that was let in to get a pistol permit or talk about a pistol permit, and he's in the lobby, literally witnessing this. How would you feel if this is one of your Connecticut state troopers that are out policing the streets, and you're seeing this this attitude and this aggression from this officer? I would be pretty fucking scared to get pulled over in Connecticut.
My first response was if I'm watching him do all that, I'm being like, is there any other trooper that can help me with my application? Because like, I'm not comfortable with him right now.
It's insane. Multiple assaults through all these videos. And again, you know, I wanted to point out that pattern that we've seen of re-engaging, not de-escalating, re-engaging.
And you're trained to de-escalate. It's literally part of your training. It's part of the use of force continuum that you are not supposed to use force unless it's equal to the amount of force being shown against you. You can't pull out your gun if somebody's speaking to you in a gentle tone. And, you know, when he's saying, hey, I want to fill out a FOIA request, you're not allowed to push and shove it. It's quite literally the exact opposite of what they go through in training in the academy.
Did you see what happened in New London after Sean's hearing the other day? Did you see what happened?
Yep.
All right.
Yes, I did.
Let's play a little bit of that and go over that really quick. So apparently, from what I'm understanding, there was a woman that had her cell phone that was, I guess, grabbed or swatted out of her hand. And a guy didn't like that and tried to grab her phone back. And then we had literally a pig pile on top of this guy. Like, they kicked the shit out of him. All right, let's play this here.
They didn't let us go up the escalator initially. They said no.
And shout out to Garden State Accountability for the video. Shout out to Sean. Shout out to Leroy Truth. That's the gentleman right here in the suit.
No one is allowed to go there. You got to have an appointment. So what happened? Well,
she was in a
you went up
wheelchair.
anyway. Well, before that, who was stopping us?
And this literally happened. Like, I'm there for the hearing. I interview Sean. I talk to him a little bit. And then like everybody's kind of dissipating. So I'm like, all right, you know, it's getting towards the afternoon. I'm going to take off. It looks like everything's going to break up. And I guess I just missed this as it happened.
Jeez.
Oh, the police were there. Yeah, police were there. They blocked
Something's
it.
going on. Something's going on.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Hey, get off!
No, you can't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. I'm outside. I'm outside.
Get off that! I'm not
It's
out!
all the chief's fault. This chief is a piece of shit.
What are you guys doing? What are you doing? Look at these gang members. Look at these fucking gang members.
I can't breathe!
What the fuck are you guys doing? 5 cops, 5 fucking pussies. 5 fucking pussies. 6 pussies.
I can't breathe!
Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them. How did you get? Why don't you get your fucking gun? Get your gangbangers!
I got my phone taken.
I gotta just fucking beat him, you gangbanger.
Sean, I just got my phone taken.
Stop that! Look at these fucking gangbangers! Bunch of pussies!
Dude, look at this tackle, bro. That's not. Really? Like, what is going on here?
So from what I was told, the cop like ripped the cell phone out of the woman's hand.
Right.
And the guy went to go take it back, which, you know, should he have done that? No. Would I have done the exact same thing? Probably, absolutely. Like, don't grab my personal property away from me. I have every right to take it back. You're stealing. You have no right to touch my personal property.
Right.
I don't care that you're a cop if or not. You have no right to do that. But again, you're talking about the escalation of a situation. You should have never grabbed that woman's phone. You should have never started that in the first place. You literally have a duty as a public servant and as a police officer to hold yourself to a higher standard. If you didn't want to be videotaped, ask her to put the phone away or go back into the court. You don't go and engage and create a situation that's then going to get escalated. And then like the guy knowingly, it was a reflex. You took her phone, give it back. There's not a single person on this earth that wouldn't reflex go grab something when somebody tries to take something from you. And then for them to like body slam him and tackle him.
Smash that dude.
You literally watched the officer almost look like he got
it's WWE. A football tackle.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And he went head over heels.
It was like WWE
rolled over
style.
around. Yeah. He got suplexed. I can't. Yeah. He suplexed himself essentially by trying to tackle that dude, and he went over, and I'm sure he used that as oh my God, I just got assaulted, even though it was his fault. And then for you to, you know, keep trying to grab him when he's not, I mean, I've heard some people saying that, oh, he resisted and he deserved what he got. No. First of all, he doesn't even look like he's resisting. He's fearing for his life at that point, and I would be too when you're trying to break limbs and you know, snuff me out on the ground. I'm trying to get into a position where I'm not going to be kicked in the face, have a knee on my neck. First fear when you have multiple people jumping on you is you're going to be suffocated. So none of that was needed at all. At all.
You know, I'm going to tell you.
Unjustified.
I'm going to give you my opinion on this. I think what this is, they were upset that there was a peaceful protest outside the courthouse. They had to stand and look out that window all day of the actions and the things that were being told, the truth that was being told outside that courthouse that day. Probably some attitudes started brewing. They were probably mumbling under their breath. They were all worked up, and they were looking for a situation to jump in and do something like this. And you know what? I wouldn't even be surprised if someone gave them the old nod. Go out there. Go for it. Someone from the higher up might have given the signal. Go ahead. Take them out. I wouldn't be surprised.
You don't like us create a buffer zone. You come at me, I'm going to defend myself. Plain and simple.
Yeah.
And
right, let's go back up.
Ridiculous.
Go ahead, Adam.
I'm sure that he got permission to go outside. And I mean, from what I heard, that the officer who took the phone was a higher up. He was a supervisor or a chief. That's right. So there's absolutely no excuse for that, because you're the one that's supposed to be keeping your officers in line, not the one creating the problems.
I agree. De-escalation. Here we go. And it's smashing that guy.
Give her her fucking phone! Give her her fucking phone! You don't have a right to pussy! Lock the door, you fucking pussy! I don't know how to down there. I gotta get money to get him out, man.
I got it on video.
Fuck, man, what happened? I was down there, I missed it. What happened?
She took her phone, and then he took the phone.
Ripped it out of her hand.
He ripped it out of her hand. This woman.
Her?
Yeah.
Why
He took
did
her
he-
phone. He ripped it out of her hand, and I don't know why.
The other guy
No,
ripped it out of his
hand.
hand.
But
You
if
have
you
a right
read
to
the
take the
sign,
phone.
if you read the sign, it doesn't say, it says
They're gonna
courtroom.
There's nothing in this. That's a public lobby.
But they get it.
That's called
How am I gonna get him out? I need the fucking dude.
They drew
That's right. You're right. They did. Sean, Sean, the whole reason that happened was because of the chief who was talking about. Okay, he's got the right to steal people's phones. That's larceny. Where I come from. Your phone's not over here. I'm really pissed about this, Sean. I don't know if you watch my videos.
They locked the door.
Yeah, I think they did.
They locked the door to the courthouse.
Gangbanger! Gangbanger!
Give me my phone. It's $1,000.
Where's the warrant?
You want to give me $1,000 for it?
Where's the warrant? They can't just take your fucking phone. That was the person. I mean, that's one of my good friends. They just fucking jumped, dude. There's nothing more gangbanger than that.
Right.
That's what started it. But when I came up, they were whooping his fucking ass, and he wasn't doing anything.
He grabbed her phone.
Five fucking people, and they could have popped off a guy.
See what happened when he grabbed the phone? See what happened when that guy grabbed the phone? It didn't happen.
That guy reminds me of Tom CPU, like flat up. That's something that Tom CPU would be saying, right?
Yep.
Totally
Yep.
Tom-
Absolutely.
totally Tom
Absolutely.
CPU, right, Lauren? It's totally Tom CPU. You see that fucking guy? He fucking took his phone. It did. It sounds like Tommy.
It does.
Yeah.
He took back the property. He took back the property that was stolen from the chief. So the chief grabbed her phone, and he grabbed it from him in the same manner.
You guys got all that on tape, right?
So it was originally confiscated. He
Yeah.
tried to get it back.
I got the back on.
No, he got it back from her.
He got it back, and that's when they
And that's when they threw him to the ground.
You squared up with me.
He got it back.
That's the animals.
I verbalized the citizen violence. We saw it firsthand. Just lead away from it.
They try to attack the him. They try to attack the him. They try to come at him.
You seem like the nicest guy in the world.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you just people love you. I can tell. I just bet you I love you. So,
Yeah, they came after him.
I think ultimately this guy ends up going out. Yeah, he gets taken out in a stretcher, bro.
Fucking heroes. 6 people. 6 fucking thugs can't get one guy. Hero. Hero. Look all you want, you fucking hero.
So I have to say that I don't disagree with the fact that they locked the door to the court, and the way that the crowd is responding right now is not the proper thing to do, because by yelling out your expletives at them, you're inciting a situation, and and by doing that, you're actually giving them a reason. You're giving them a reason to continue the situation because you're not taking the higher road. So if you notice, like when they went into the court and they locked the door, Sean is very calm, level-headed, discussing what happened. He is staying
Leroy's
down.
very calm. Yeah.
Yeah. The rest of them look
still
like
working.
they're inciting a mob.
Yeah.
And that's why they locked the court doors, so they could keep control of a situation that could get out of control very quickly. And then, you know, like this poor guy went out in a stretcher.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they should have never walked up to the fence and started screaming expletives. And at one point, the cop turned around just to look at him like, shut up. What are you doing? And he looked at the cop and he was like, what? What are you going to do? That could be taken as a threat and giving that cop a reason. And you don't want to do that, because then if you do get, No, because if you do get charged with a crime after that, there's the probable cause, and no judge in the world is gonna let you skate. The DA is not gonna give you a plea deal after that because they have you cold. So when you do get into a situation like that, it's important just as much as the cops shouldn't do it. You should not escalate a situation either. And I know that's an unpopular opinion, but
no,
I totally
mean,
disagree
listen, no,
with.
you're saying like it is. I mean, there's no right. There's no right or wrong answer. I mean, that's why I bring people on the show. I want to hear their opinion. That's why I brought you up here today. Listen, there's a lot of things that you and I agree on and disagree on. That's fine. There's probably people in the chat that are going to disagree, and that's fine. That's why we have open dialogue like this, so we can go through these things. You know, do I think that things could have been brought down a little bit? Sure. After that, and the fucking guy getting tackled by 6 police court officers or police officers, whatever they were, it's fucking overkill. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I think, again, it goes back to this. I think that the temperature was brewing inside there with those court officers, and they were waiting for a reason to snap and go out and jump on whoever they could jump on and make an example, because they were pissing in their fucking little spot that there was a peaceful protest out front, and they're going to stick with that blue wall. That's all this is. Yeah. And I'm going to guarantee you, the fucking highest up person that was standing right there probably gave him the old signal to the bullpen. Yeah, go out there and take care of them. I'm telling you, someone fucking probably told them to go out there. 100%.
I agree.
100%.
I agree.
100%. So the whole thing's a big, so Groton in New London, you're a fucking clusterfuck of what's going on. You know, I'm going to continue to follow this. I'm going to reach out to Sean probably next week and try to get Sean on the show. I know Leroy's reached out to me. Leroy and I have had some conversations, so I'd love to try to get both of them up on panel and kind of talk a little bit more about what's going on, and we can learn more about Sergeant Brian Fahey. I'm sure that Sean has a file that he can go through and educate us a little bit. Yeah, educate us a little bit more on what's going on in Corrupticate. You know, listen, I lived in Connecticut. Yeah, I lived in Connecticut back in 2015. I was down in the East Lyme area, so I'm very familiar with where I was the other day, New London, Groton. You know, and when I got to that state, I literally used to listen to the radio when I was driving to work, like local radio, and I would just hear of all this ridiculous spending that goes on inside that state, where I guess a couple of years prior to me moving there, because of the hurricane, it blew out the Niantic boardwalk. Then it's spending like $6 million to fix it. And then another, I think something else happened. Then they ended up spending another $8 million to fix it again. And they went into this whole big spiel about, oh, we need this boardwalk because it's going to bring all this tourism in here, and all the people are going to flood the Niantic, and we're going to make so much money. I don't see it. And then, you know, that stretch of road, the roads are so bad through Connecticut too. I mean, it's one of the most traveled roads because it's in between New York, Boston, and north and south. So there's tons of travel through there. And that's usually, you know, that's obviously the middle point between Boston and New York. And it's like, I would hear all these things like, oh, you know, New London's voting tomorrow for taxpayers to come up with $10 million so we can build this museum. And I'm like, really? You need a $10 million museum in New London? Like, who's going to New London? Like, no offense, but who's going to go hang out in New London? Yeah, I mean, as the naval base there, they do training, but really? We're going to go hang out in New London? I don't know. A lot of wasteful spending in that state. They fucking tax everything too. Clothes, gas, anything you name it, they tax it. Anything that tangible you can put in your fucking hand, they're going to tax it. It's crazy. It's crazy. So I don't know. We'll keep following this. It's got my ears. It's got my eyes. It's very interesting. Obviously, I'm going to go out to Sean's next court date. I think it's in September, and I'm going to support him there. And you know, keep my eyes and ears on this. I don't know, Adam. I don't know. Are we ever going to fix everything? I don't think.
You know, I'd like to hope we are. I'd really like to think that, you know, we can fight back against tyranny and we can take care of it. But, you know, as humans, we live in a society where they tell us to learn from history and we never do.
No.
And, history just keeps repeating itself, and the same things keep happening over and over and over again, and then nothing ever changes. You're like, okay, well, this incident happened, we'll learn from it. Nothing changes. Nothing is ever done. And the more you allow, and this is for any institution, it's for any profession, the more you allow the kind of behavior that is shown by Sergeant Fahey, and you don't hold that person accountable, and you don't punish them and say, hey, listen, you're fired, that it's like a virus, and the virus grows, and the virus spreads. And next thing you know, you're not having small little pockets of problems like in Mystic and Groton and Norfolk County. Now you're having problems nationwide, worldwide, and you're wondering, oh my God, how did we let it get this bad? But why didn't we take care of the problem in the first instance? Sometimes you have to use somebody like Sergeant Fahey and set an example and say, this behavior is not going to be tolerated. And if you engage in this behavior, you're going to be fired. You're not, and like, it's obviously it's all over the place. We're talking about Fahey, and Sean's entire investigation revolved around overtime fraud. And we just went through it here.
Yeah.
An entire state police department here in Massachusetts just went through overtime fraud. So obviously Connecticut's watching Massachusetts get in trouble, and an entire barracks is going up in flames. And they're like, yep, sure, whatever, not our problem. And now it's happening there. And then things explode. And it's like a growing virus.
Yeah.
We need some antibiotics.
The whole world needs an enema.
Yes. Yes.
All right, Adam. I appreciate you jumping up and doing this hour and 15 with me. We'll keep our eyes on this. I'm sure we'll do another one of these again. I'll be in touch with Sean, and hopefully we can try to get him up on the show next week.
Yeah,
but again, I want to appreciate your time. Adam Teper, Teper Legal. Where can they find you, Adam?
I'm on X. I'm on Facebook as Teper Legal on everything. I do have a TikTok. I don't have any clue what I'm doing on there. I just post random, hey, what's going on? Somebody asked me about this. Most of what I post is on LinkedIn and Facebook, though. You can look up Teper Legal on both platforms.
Yeah. If you need any legal advice, reach out to him. He's in Swansea, Massachusetts.
Yep. My office is in Swansea. With criminal defense cases, I tend to stay in Bristol and Plymouth counties. With my animal cases, because I specialize in animal law, I do travel across the entire state.
Awesome.
So
great. Well, thanks for joining me. I'm going to let you go, and I'm going to wrap up. So that is, again, good. Adam Teper, Teper Legal. Thank you for giving me your insight onto the situation on CopTuah in Connecticut.
Anytime, Brian.
All right, Adam.
I'll see you Sunday.
Yes. I will see you Sunday with part of the live show. I'll see you. Talk to you soon. All right. That is Adam Teper, Teper Legal. And we're going to wrap it up here. So I am going to be shut down until Sunday, folks, as we have a special show that we're going to do here on LTL Media. We have a live show in front of a very intimate live audience, probably about 30 people. And we're going to do that here at my studio. And that'll happen on Sunday, August 3rd. The live stream will start at 6 p.m. It'll be a 2-hour show with my friend Mazza Media. Well, I'm sure we're going to get into CopTuah. We're going to talk post Karen Reed trial as well. You're going to want to come in and watch that. I'm really looking forward to this. We're going to have fun. We're going to have a meet and greet, pizza, hang out with all of our subscribers, our friends, and just have a great time. So looking forward to that. Thank you all for being here. If you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 100,000 subscribers. 100,000. So please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below. Let me know what you think of CopTuah. CopTuah. All right, we're going to head out, everybody. Have a great night. And I don't know. What are we watching? Trial 4? We're going to start Trial 4 tonight on Netflix. More police corruption here in the state of Massachusetts. So everybody have a good night. Talk to you soon. See you Sunday, 6 p.m. Peace.